afternoon. It is Thursday. No idea what it is. Is it 29th? 29th of September. About 2:45. And I am heading out to take care of some of the things I need to take care of. One of the things is a move out that I was supposed to do yesterday, but there was an accident not far from the office here on the highway. They had traffic jammed up. I was already cutting it close on time, the time that I left to be able to get to the property that I was going to, where it's located, and get back and do the work that I needed to do. And so I got tied up in that traffic for about 15 minutes, which was already going to push me over the limit, and then I just ended up, had I stayed in traffic, I would have been even longer than that. So I just turned around and came back to the office and took care of some other things. I'm in a I'm in a angry, aggressive state of mind. It's not unusual for me. So, as I've mentioned before, we had court this morning. I was supremely confident that we were going to win this case, and we did not. So, lots of things still going on with this, but I have to say that I'm extremely angry and frustrated with the outcome. I still feel that we were wrong. I definitely feel that we were right, but the opposing attorney was able to make an argument in a case, and it was definitely multi-layered, which was a good attack. Strategically saying, he came prepared. He had multiple levels of arguments citing different codes. It was not a standard case, which had it been processed as a standard case in the way that it was, we probably would have won. Not probably, we should have won. Even the judge admitted that it was an unusual case, it was an unusual argument, but the absence of an argument on our side to counter what he presented, the judge decided against us. So it was a manipulation that we didn't prepare for, our attorney didn't prepare for, and it cost us. So hopefully he can convince the attorney, the attorney can convince the owner to file an appeal. Our attorney, as well as myself, feel very confident that we were right in this case and that the law wasn't followed, that it was a misrepresentation, and it was a decision that wasn't based on the usual protocols of this process. So I'm trying not to be personally tied into this, but I am, because they've basically accused myself and Boardwalk of breaking the law. And I'm days and months and years, and it will definitely factor into as much as I'm researching and looking into opening our own management company. It's stuff like this that's when it comes down to it, that's going to weigh on the decision of whether or not we actually pursue that and make that happen. I do feel that I've gotten a tremendous amount of benefit from going through these experiences, as much as I was ready to just be done and go home and crawl back in bed after we were standing in front of the judge for over an hour. It's very tedious and exhausting just going through that process, but the more I go through that experience and that process and feel more comfortable in court and in that setting, the better I am for whatever I try to do. This is a new level, a next level, which would explain why I have decided to subject myself to these circumstances. And again, I try not to let them destroy my somewhat positive mentality that I've been able to maintain through this summer. It's been beneficial. I've definitely taken benefit from it. I definitely feel that it is going to serve me even more so in the future if I pursue the possibility of starting our own management company, or if I decide to pursue something completely different. And once Hawaii is done and I've gone through that experience and talked to some people and given some really serious thought about the feasibility and the pros and cons of pursuing that, then I feel like I'll be in a really good position to make a educated choice about how to pursue once this is all said and done. So I feel better already just talking about it. I feel much more clear. I definitely yesterday felt like maybe and it might be psychological. I've been exposed to a few people that have been ill. Our attorney, for one, has been extremely sick the last couple of days, and I'm trying to keep myself healthy through all of what I'm doing, and I know I've been exposed to some bugs and germs and things out there. My body's done a very good job of defeating them and maintaining a level of health that is pleasant and enjoyable for me. So, but the last couple of days I've started to feel run down. I did have a night last night of didn't feel real comfortable when I went to bed. Woke up several times feeling just kind of not right. I had dreams all night that were reflective of those periods where I'm battling some type of a bug. They're kind of strangely vivid and have a certain darkness to them, and it's without fail, without exception, every time in my life for as far back as I can remember, which is my very, very early childhood. Anytime I have been subjected to something that my body's been fighting off for, an illness itself that's actually set in and that I have to let run its course, these types of dreams and this type of this feeling has been associated with that. Again, every time without fail. So when I woke up this morning, it just wasn't a real good feeling, and I felt somewhat hesitant. Plus, I knew I was bearing the stress of having to go to court, and you just never know how things are going to work out. But I took my supplements this morning, and I took another dose of the supplement that I take daily, colostrum, which is supposed to help boost took another round of that at lunchtime and tried to relax a little bit. I wasn't able to completely relax, but I was definitely able to wind down just a little bit from where I had been. And I already, within the last hour and a half since I took that supplement, feel like I'm receiving benefits from that. I'm experiencing a benefit to taking that pill, and I already, feel better. So that's good. It's good that I'm recovering from that. I have a lot of things that are catching my eye here that don't really seem like, I don't know, some things I have to look into at this property, some things that the tenants have installed at some of these units that I don't know were approved or that they should have installed. Anyway, so that's where we are. And I will just I'll finish out the week and continue to trudge forward and try to maintain a positive mental outlook and try not to let myself fall into those traps and those pitfalls along the way where I self-sabotage. And I feel like I'm doing a good job of that now, and I feel like I'm in a good position to succeed at all of my endeavors. So that's it.